And I want
I'm saying the meaning of the word. So the word itself.
Sorry, brother, I got caught in the word Starbucks. Yeah, subhanallah, brother.
Nice place.
Hey?
It's a nice place.
That one is closed, so I had to go to another one.
There's another one here.
Yeah, Starbucks. Yeah.
in line with what I'm saying. However, if there is an authentic tradition which supports what you're saying, I would much happier. I would happily the word. I would be happy to provide a more balanced account. So what I'm wanting is my word on this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go away and I'm going to read.
No. Brother, give it to you.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to read to see which bit, and if you've got any tafsir,
okay, I can give you clear verse. I can give you the context from the verse itself.
I get all that.
You know what Allah said? Okay, let me explain to you.
2 seconds, and then I do want to do Israel-Palestine because loads of cameras have appeared. And I've not got long, and I need content for my channel, not just the Dawah channels.
Okay.
And if anyone wants to talk Israel and Palestine,
doesn't matter. We talk about
Israel. But what my concern, the only reason I talk about Islam is when it either positively or negatively impacts the Jewish people. My interest is Jewish survival. I'm not interested in changing your views and converting you to Judaism. I'm not interested in being convinced to join Islam. What I am interested in is when it's either helped or hindered the Jewish people. That's the only reason I'm here. And if there is a tradition which supports what you're saying, and I can see what you're saying, it's sincere. I've gone to translations which literally translate as you've translated. Then I want to read those traditions and I want to see if I can find positive a positive tafsir which I can go to, and more importantly,
the verse itself says that.
But more importantly, if I can find.
Okay, which one comes first? Let me explain to you one thing.
Can I just
which one comes
first?
Okay.
And then what I want to do is find very different khulafa who've applied what you're saying. Because I would much rather spread messages of peace and unity between Jews than division. When we're arguing it's division, and a lot of the content on my channel is division, I would rather put a positive. So that I can find khulafa which are applying what you're saying, that's a positive for me. That's not a negative. So I'm going to go away with. And if you can give me anyone that I can read for, so I've read Ibn Kathir, I read various people when I'm going. But if you can help me find someone, you can help me find khulafa. Alhamdulillah, I'll be very grateful.
Okay, let me explain to you 2 things now.
But
the verse. No, I'm not doing Palestine.
No, not with you.
No,
with I'm
saying. No, I'm saying. First of all, wait.
He has to go.
I want khilafah or
He has to go.
Please, please, don't say that. Don't change the topic. I want to ignore him.
Any of the caliphs.
No, just ignore him. Come on,
because I'm not interested in theology.
So now let me tell you.
I come here to debate politics.
I'm telling you one thing clearly. The Quran, if the verse, the meaning is clear, you don't need to go to tafsir. Ibn Kathir, sometimes he made mistakes.
So what I'm saying is
sometimes he's a human being. So we all make mistakes.
So my question to you is, do you think Ibn Kathir made a mistake on
the
this
meaning? If it's to be belittled, that meaning is wrong, because the verse itself, the reason you're paying Jizyah, let me explain to you. I told you. Let me give you the meaning of the verse. Allah said, chapter 9, verse 29,
Yes, 9:29.
9:29. Allah said, قَاتِلُوا الَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ. Fight those who does not believe in Allah.
And so,
وَلَا بِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ.
so
and the last day. Let me finish. And the last day. And then he said, وَلَا يُحَرِّمُونَ مَا حَرَّمَ اللَّهِ. And they do not make haram which Allah has made haram. You understand now?
So halal was just haram. Yes.
وَلَا يَدِينُونَ دِينَ الْحَقِّ.
So my very, very quick question to you. So are you saying, just so I understand what you're saying, the simple meaning
and
of the text I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying. Are you saying that fight those that don't believe in Allah?
And the last day.
And the last day,
Yes. And who does not make haram what Allah has made haram.
Yes.
And also they don't take Islam as a religion.
And and for those ones, you humble.
No, they do not take Islam as religion. Fight them, or they have to pay jizya.
So-
It doesn't say you pay jizya to be belittled.
So
It
but you're saying you
says
fight
by
them.
rejecting.
So you saying
no,
you
let me
fight
explain
them?
to you. Let me explain to you.
This is meant to be the
No,
positive.
no, let me explain to you. Let me explain to you.
But then I feel like you wanna make my video.
No, if you take only one verse of the Quran, that verse 929, it's not about Islam, it's not about fighting all the time against Jews, against non-Muslims. Another verse, if you just take one verse of the Quran, you get lost. So let me give you another verse. Chapter 60.
But
No, let me give you another
I've
verse.
got to-
Chapter 60, verse 8, it says, Allah tells us, non-Muslims, whether Jews or Christians
Yes.
or atheists, whatever, if they give us peace, we give them peace.
Yeah.
We do not
But I
fight
thought that
with
was
them.
talking about
So now the
states.
verse.
Is that talking
that-
about? Is
that
it
verse-
just so I understand? Because I want to keep up with you. Is that I thought that I always understood that was talking about states rather than the citizens of the. So, if a Jew is living under the caliphate,
Yes.
I thought that verse wasn't applying to those. I thought the
No,
peace was talking
no,
about neighboring
peaceful
states.
is only for Jews as well.
No.
Let me give you an example. Let me
Do
give
you
you an
understand
example.
what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm trying to get clarity. I'm trying to clarify.
It's not about killing Jews.
No, I'm not saying that.
Islam does not
is
teach me
that
to kill
verse-
innocent lives,
is that
even if it's a
verse-
Jew
I'm
man.
I'm literally asking
Okay.
for clarification.
Okay.
Is that verse talking about Jews that are living in the caliphate or the states that border a caliphate? So if the Christians living in the state, say the Byzantines, who are sitting next to the caliphate,
Yeah.
if those Christians make a peace treaty with the caliphate,
Yeah.
you don't make war with them. That's how I always
Yeah,
understood
if
the
you
verse.
don't make war against us, Allah is telling us to give you peace.
But what we're talking about are Jews and Christians that are living in the caliphate.
Yes.
And you're saying that verse also applies to the Jews and Christians who are living in the caliphate.
The verse, it says, the context of the verse is, if you don't believe Islam and reject the truth, then you pay jizya. And I told you the reason you pay
that's-
jizya.
I was talking about the peace. I was talking about when you're making peace with Christians and Jews, not jizya, the other verse. Verse
Anyway. Anyway.
I'm struggling to keep up with you, but that's probably my fault.
Yeah,
Well, I'll go away
anyway,
and read, I'll
it's
go away
anyway.
and
Now
read.
you're here.
But-
You give me peace.
but
You
my
give me
thing-
peace.
so
Allah is
just-
telling me to give you
Just
peace.
if you could really simply, in one sentence,
Yeah.
summarize because the bit I'm not following with you, and I do want to make my video, is the fight those who don't believe in Allah, because you said the Jews don't believe in
You know
Allah.
the context of that verse is what? The people who are fighting against us.
Okay, but what I'm saying is
No, the people who are not
Okay,
fighting
but-
against us. That's
but
why
the
we
Jews-
have dhimmi in Islam. Dhimmi means
but the dhimmi
dhimmi
pay-
and mu'ahad are
but the
different.
dhimmi- the
In
dhimmi-
Islam, we don't kill dhimmi and
But
mu'ahad.
the Dhimma pay the jizya. That's what I'm saying. They're not fighting you. That's the bit I'm not
Yeah,
understanding.
you're
saying,
not fighting with us. You pay jizya. I told you you pay jizya because we pay zakah. And I told you last time, do you know who has to pay jizya? I found out jizya who pays are only men, not women, not children. Umar bin al-Khattab, also Prophet
I thought I
commanded us.
said, if I got the wrong, I
No.
thought I said on camera men.
Yeah.
I thought I said men. I thought I said
Only
men.
men. You never said that.
I thought I did, but anyway, that's
you
fine.
never clarified.
Okay, if
So
I did,
just to clarify
I
you,
always thought
and
it was men.
also there's limits for jizya. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was sent Mu'adh to Yemen, and he was asking non-Muslim to pay jizya, and he asked them to pay one dinar.
And then the Christian,
understand now?
there was a Christian tribe. I forgot what
No,
they
no,
called.
no, no,
They paid
no,
two
no.
dinar.
Let me tell you that one depends on their situation. It's same as Muslims. Muslims.
Actually,
Let me tell you.
I do
Let me
have to
tell
make
you.
my video.
Let me tell you.
You hijacked me for like hours and hours.
Let me
last
tell you
week.
one
Please,
thing.
I
Do you know now?
I'm happy to do
let
Israel
me
and
give you an
Palestine,
example.
but
Let me give you an
that's why I'm
example.
here.
Do you know he's a Muslim? I'm a Muslim. The way he pays zakah and the way I pay zakah, it could be different.
Yes, I know that. I know.
So
that.
it's not about being you a Christian or no, this
you're
person
not
being
paying
a
it to
Jew
be
man.
humble. That's
you
the
know,
difference.
it's not to be humble. I told you that one.
So
You
this is-
misuse
I never
the verse.
mistranslated
You
it.
misuse the
I
verse.
used the same translation.
You
I
are
used the same
already.
understanding as Ibn Kathir.
No, Ibn Kathir, that's a mistake. But
he
it doesn't
said
say.
Ibn Kathir's made a
It
mistake,
doesn't
that's
say
fine,
in the
that's fine.
Quran. Allah never said you pay jizya to be belittled.
That-
He said wahum saghirun. You are already.
That's what I just said. I
It's
just
not
said.
to be humble, but
Yes.
while
Why?
they are humble.
Thank you. See, here the meaning is here. While they are humbled, it's not to be belittled.
And so how
you
are you
are
saying-
already belittled by rejecting the truth.
And so this
You
is.
need to get the point.
So,
Happy?
so
I don't hate Jews.
I never said
They
you
have
did.
innocent people.
I never said you
They
did.
have innocent people. I've seen the many of them talking the truth.
I just what I want just
Yes.
for clarity, just because Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, He knows.
Yes.
We don't know. Just,
Yes.
Inshallah, He guides us all to the right path. And so, what I'm quite interested is, I would be very nervous to say that someone of the stature, like our equivalent of Ibn Kathir, would be a rabbi called Rashi, as an example.
Yeah.
Is one of the main understandings of how you read the verse of the Torah is via Rashi.
Yeah.
And even if I disagree with Rashi's tafsir, I would never say he's wrong because I know nothing. And what's interesting is you said Ibn Kathir is wrong, which is that's very
He
strong
can be wrong,
language.
but the meaning, وَهُمْ صَاغِرُونَ, I just give you the verse clearly. And I give you the context. The context is not to be blatant. The context is rejecting the truth.
Anyway, what I'm going to do is I am going to go away and read and try and find some tafsir that agree with you.
Do you know Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam?
I do want to make my video
Do you know
now.
Prophet? Let me give you last one.
Let me
give you one last one. Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. You know Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had a Jew neighbor.
Yes.
And he was kind to the Prophet, and Prophet was kind to him. Do you know what Aisha said about that Jew man? Aisha asked Prophet, said, Ya Rasulullah, the Jew neighbor brings gift like and animal sacrificing the meat.
Yeah.
And Aisha said, Ya Rasulullah, shall I eat that meat, or what shall I do with it? And Prophet said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, say Bismillah and then eat it. You understand now? That Jew man, guess what? Prophet when he was passing away, that Jew man used to owe money Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And Prophet, that Jew man had, and you know what is it called? And what is it called? And what is it called? Deposit or whatever. Yeah, deposit. What is that called? Arbun in English. I forgot the word. What do you call the word? And is that and deposit? You pay arbun. Do you know arbun?
Arbun.
Rahan. What's rahan in English? What's rahan? Maroon rahan. Do you know rahan?
Yeah, I know Rahan, but I don't know.
What's called? Okay, let me. Rahan is. Let me explain to you. Basically, rahan is. I don't know. It's like a deposit. It's kind of deposit. Basically, it's like Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He borrowed money from that Jew man. And then Prophet ﷺ never had anything. And then Prophet gave him something else until he gives him back what he took from the Jew man. And then Prophet died until the Jew man had what Prophet gave him until he gives back what he gave him. Okay. In order to trust him. It's called rahan. I don't know in English. So the context is not about killing whenever you see a Jew man. I don't believe. I'm against that.
As an example,
I'm against that.
I'll give you.
Do you know Islam? Do you know Islam? Do you know Islam? We respect the prophets of Israel.
I know that. Okay,
so don't say Muslims hate Muslims, Jews or Israelites.
So I just really want to clarify.
We believe Israelites are the chosen ones.
You've clearly never listened to many of my.
Okay.
Well, I have no issue with Islam.
Yeah.
I have no issue with Muslims.
Yeah.
I only talk about things which have negatively impacted my community.
Yeah.
Now, whether it's through an incorrect tafsir or a correct tafsir, Jews have been persecuted under different khilafah, just like Muslims have been persecuted.
That one, the context is the Jews started fighting against Muslims.
I listen to everything you say.
Okay.
But as an example, one of the examples I give, which many Muslims don't know, there was one of the Sahaba who wasn't Muslim. He was Jewish. He was called Rabbi Mukhayri. I think that's his name. And he founded the first Islamic waqf. So the first waqf was actually bankrolled by a Jew he went to war with Muhammad.
Was he a Muslim?
No, he went to war with Muhammad, but he never abandoned his faith. There is some.
What war? Tell me, like what war?
Oh my God.
I think you're getting wrong information. Endorsement.
So,
if Rahan. You mean Rahan? In Arabic it's Rahan. I don't know what it's called.
If you Google Mukhayri, Google him, go away. I'm going to read your tafsir to support you. I would encourage you to read about a rabbi called Mukhayri who was best friends with the Prophet Muhammad and never abandoned his faith. He remained a Jew.
In like what battle? So I can find out.
Let me. I'll have to Google it. And then I'm going to do Israel and Palestine. That's like why I'm here. But I don't have an issue with it.
I'm just telling you, forget about believing Muslims hate Jews or Israelites.
I've never said that.
No way.
Literally, I've got videos on my channel promoting peace between Jews and Muslims. That's not my.
I have no problems. But of course, even if he's a Muslim person and he's making problems, of course I would stay away from him. Same as Israelites or Jews. Islam does not ask us to support a Muslim person who is doing bad things. We have to hate any action which is bad. Kafala. No,
Here we go.
Rahan.
It was the battle.
It's the item you give out until you return back. Yeah, it's something
I've got to go.
basically.
So
That's
please,
Rahan.
just for the cameras.
Okay.
This is Rabbi Mukhairik. You can get him on Wikipedia. The
No, Wikipedia.
No, you go away and read the Islamic
No,
sources.
this is wrong. I'm telling you now.
You've never. So,
No, this is wrong. Wikipedia is not a sources.
Just read it.
It's not a source.
why?
Let's hear it.
Okay, this is just.
It's
I've never
Wikipedia.
read the Wikipedia.
It's
never.
false
Let's see what you want to say. Let's see.
false sources.
Let's see what you want to say.
So this is just Wikipedia.
not
It will give you
reliable.
your Islamic sources, and you can go and you can read the Arabic. But Mukhairik was a wealthy, well-learned, and well-respected rabbi and leader of the Jewish Arab tribe of Talaba. Talaba was a notable tribe of the Jews of Medina who had been Arabs.
This is someone hater who wrote this. I'm sure this is nothing.
It's literally saying that
But I'm
Muhammad
saying,
and the
no.
Jews were close. How's that a hate?